Hi everybody, and welcome to this week's Cap at Home video. Today we are going to be making Picasso-style portraits. My name is Miss Allie, and the materials we're going to need today is just a piece of paper, a pencil, a pen, and to finish coloring it, anything from crayons, colored pencils, or markers. Alright, let's get started. So, the first thing that we need to do is get our blank piece of paper. Your paper can be white or any color and any size that you have. And I would start drawing with a pencil or a pen. I'm going to draw with a marker just so you guys are able to see it. The first step is to draw a straight line in about the middle of the paper. Make sure you leave space on the top and the bottom. So I'm going to start about here. And it doesn't have to be a perfect straight line or anything. Now, the next step is to make this into a half circle going on the left side. So it's almost like a backwards D. So I'm going to go ahead and connect that shape. Now, because this is a Picasso-style portrait, the face is going to be kind of funky. He makes faces from different shapes, different sizes, sometimes a little out of order. So that's what we're going to do. So the next part of our face, I'm going to start in about the middle of my line here. And I'm actually going to draw a square. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. The shapes can be any way that you like them. Now, we're going to draw the bottom part of the face over here on the right side. You can make it any shape that you want. You could make it another part of a circle. You could also make it a funky shape if you like. I'm going to go ahead and stick with sort of a 3/4 shape, but I'm going to make it come out a little bit. So this is my funky head shape. And now that's how we start. So the next thing I'm going to do is start adding the eyes. I'm going to start on the left side in my big half circle and start adding an eye. So my basic shape would be an oval, but to make it a little bit more interesting, I'm going to make the oval sideways. It doesn't have to be any shape or any direction. It can be whatever you'd like. So I'm going to make it this way, and I'm going to add a lid on top and a smaller circle in the middle. And that is one of my eyes right here. And so now I'm going to add an eye on the right side on this top shape up here because the eyes are towards the top. And you can even get a little bit more interesting and add a shape for your eye to go in. So let's say I want to make a square. And then I'm going to make my kind of oval shape. I'm going to add another line. A smaller circle on the inside. Now I have my second eye. Alright, so the next thing we need to do is draw a nose. So now the easiest way to draw a nose is a triangle. So I like to start towards the top of the bottom right shape, so over here. And I'm actually just going to connect my nose to this middle line. And I'm just going to make a basic triangle shape like this. And I'm going to add 2 small circles at the bottom. And that is my nose. So now the next thing we have to do is make a mouth. And because the mouth is directly in the middle of our center line, so it's technically going into 2 different shapes of the face, I'm going to make 2 different sizes and shapes of the mouth. So you can make the mouth any way that you want. It could be curved, it could be straight, you could show teeth, you could just show lips, anything you want. But for example, I'm going to draw sort of this kind of curvy shape. It kind of looks like a Hershey kiss almost. And I'm going to draw a line in the middle, and that's going to be half of my lips. And let's say on the other side, I'm going to do, let's say I'm going to make a rectangle. And I'm going to draw a line in the middle. And that is the other part of my mouth. And now if you wanted to, you could add some lines in here. And these could be your teeth. You could also add some lips on the top. You could also make the same shape on both sides. It's totally up to you. But we have the basic features of our face right now. So now we need to add a couple more things. So I'm going to go up back to the top on this half circle, and I'm going to add an ear. Now the ears are, all right, we got one ear, and I'm going to add another ear on the right hand side towards the top, and I'm going to add it towards the top up here. Again, another kind of funky circular shape. They're not directly across from each other, and that's okay. It is kind of fun, kind of funky. So a couple other things we have to do is add some eyebrows. So I'm going to add a block shape eyebrow on this side. And on this side, I'm going to add a curvy eyebrow. See, they're different, but that's okay. And one more thing we have to do is add a neck down here. So now the neck should connect to the bottom of your face. And I like to do the neck as like one big shape. So whether that's a large circle, a big triangle, sometimes even a star. So I think today I'm going to go with a triangle. All right, and there's my neck shape. So one other thing that we're missing is hair. Now I have long hair and it's straight. So one of the ways I would do that is make it kind of long and come down here. To make shorter hair, we might use some of these like short and tall bricks that just stand up off of your head. You could also do some wavy hair. It can be any sort of shape that you like it. So again, since my hair is kind of long, I'm going to make it kind of look like this. And I'm going to add some highlight streaks in here. Even if you don't have highlights, you can add any color that you want. And I'm going to add another shape over here. Again, my hair is straight, so I'm going to make it like this. So basic kind of shapes as my hair. So now once we get to this part, we are almost done. Now we get to add a few details. So a few details could be anything from, let's say you want to add some eyelashes at the top, and these are some simple eyelashes. Maybe on this one I'll make some big ones, and I'm just doing that by thick triangle shapes on top. Let's say I want to add an earring, because I'm usually wearing earrings. Some big circles over here. You could add anything in the background that you like. So I like to get to this point and say, I'm ready to color. So at this point, I'm going to take either my markers, my colored pencils, my crayons, and get ready to color. Now this is the fun part because, again, this is a Picasso-style face. We got some funky shapes going on. That also means that we are coloring this more like abstract, so it's not as realistic. So I can take, let's say I'm going to take this blue marker, and I'm going to make my eyebrow blue over here. Alright, and let's say I'm going to now take some orange, add some orange to my eye. Let's make my nose purple. That seems fun. And these can be any colors that you want. I like to try and get as many colors in as I can. So again, you can use markers, colored pencils, crayons, anything that you have on hand with you. So let's say that's my nose. Might add some green in the middle here. Oh, another thing I forgot to add is the middle of our eyes over here. So I'm just adding some black circles in the middle. There we go, so it looks more like eyes. And now you can color this any way you want. You could even, sometimes I like to add some stripes in the big shape. So let's say I want this face, this part of the face, to have pink stripes on it. That can be fun. So take some time and really color this part in. And you really try and use as many color combinations as you can. So I have a lot of colors here, so I'm going to spend some time later and finish coloring this in. Another thing that you might want to do once you get your face all colored in is add some fun designs in the background. So that could be anything from like maybe some plus signs, maybe some zigzags, or some swirly shapes. And you can do that with a few different colors. And this is just to help make a background. And we want these shapes to be kind of abstract, since that's what our whole project is about. Making these kind of silly, fun, abstract shapes. So you're going to do this until you feel like you have enough that covers up the background. And so again, I'm going to spend some time later on this afternoon and finish this up, just like you guys. But when you have it all completely colored in and filled in, it should look something like this. Very colorful, very fun. So, the next thing that we have to do before we're done is clean up. So since we didn't have that many materials today, we just want to make sure that all of our either colored pencils, crayons, markers, pencils are all put back to where they were. So I have mine all in a bucket over here, so I'm going to put those all back. And other than that, once your space is completely done and looks exactly how it did, then you are done and you have made a very fun Picasso-style face. So, thank you guys for joining me today for how to draw a Picasso-style portrait. My name's Miss Allie. And when you're done finishing coloring your portrait, like I am, let's post our pictures in the comments of this video so we can see what each other drew. And if you are ready for another video, stick around for another video at 1 p.m. and more videos next week on Tuesday. Thanks for watching.